Performance. Google has seemingly satisfied the audio-hungry masses with its Home, capable of surprisingly good audio throughput, and Home Mini, decent, but fits in best alongside other cast-enabled speakers. But with a name like Max, its new speaker is gunning for a particular crowd of music lovers. In order for the Max to be worth it, it must not only be able to deliver the same Google Assistant that we know and, mostly, love, but it then has to get loud as heck while sounding good in the process. The good news is that, as long as you have the physical space and budget for it, this speaker passes with flying colors. Sound comes through with a rich, layered quality from the moment that it's plugged in. But what about those of us who live in smaller apartments? Is the Max too powerful for us? Small spaces are actually the perfect place to try out Smart Sound, Google's algorithm that allows the speaker to automatically tweak equalizer settings to push out the best sound depending strictly on what the layout allows for, as picked up by its internal microphones. If this sounds familiar, it's because it's reminiscent of what Apple talked up with its Apple HomePod. Though, it's worth mentioning that there's no audio chime to let you know when the speaker has been calibrated, so how does one tell if and when Smart Sound has triggered? We haven't figured it out, but so long as the tunes are sounding right, it seems to have done its job. Both at quiet and loud volumes, it's expertly tuned in such a way that the highs and lows in the mix never trip over each other. The sound fills the room, especially if you have other Google Cast-enabled speakers to help out. But even by itself, it's plenty strong enough to bring the party, even if it's not capable of 360-degree sound like the Apple HomePod. Using the Home Max requires your voice to call up the tunes, or you can do things strictly on your iPhone, Android device or tablet by tapping the Cast button in your favorite streaming app. Thankfully, with it being a Google Assistant-driven product, we've had success issuing commands to the Max at normal speaking volumes while it's piping loud.